Toughest diving I've done in a while.
It was so clear the first day.
That's a whole different water system that moved in. So it's definitely warmer the first day. No matter how prepared you are, it just might not be your day to catch fish. From one day to the next, you never know if it's going to be one of those days, or if it's going to be one of the most spectacular days you've ever had. But one thing's for sure, you're never going to catch anything sitting at home. So you got to get out there and try, and try again.
You get an ice cream?
You want some ice cream? How much is the ice cream?
Ice cream, cherry, vanilla.
Chocolate?
Yeah. Chocolate.
Chocolate. You want to share a vanilla?
What? I don't need ice cream.
That looks good. I'll have one of those. We'll share it.
Wait, how much is it? ¿Cuánto costa?
20 cada uno.
20?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'll get one scoop of vanilla. Scoop of vanilla.
Okay. Gracias. All right, back to work. Back to work, ladies. Go ahead and get that cart over the truck. Had a long enough break.
I should have got vanilla. It was better.
Oh,
It's to be more chocolatey.
it doesn't look like chocolate.
Ow!
Oh my
Christine.
God.
Jesus.
Dang, you
I'm
need,
standing right here. And
well, you need to be watching. She's coming with the cart.
Okay, do you not see me standing right in front of you?
I couldn't see that.
God.
You just got
hit me
the
with this-
sharp end of the right shaft right to the ass. Let me see.
I think you're
It was
fine.
right here.
Oh, you're fine.
Look at this.
Yeah,
Look
but
at
it's
this big.
Did she do that on purpose? You gotta be careful. It's dangerous. Dangerous game.
Alright, well I'm not walking for the Christine.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I can't really see over this thing.
You want me to do it?
No.
I want to do a workout.
You girls are turning some serious heads in this little Mexican town.
I know, there were some Mexicans hollering at me when I went to go pick up the camera. He was like, hello, hello, and then I just like kept my head forward and didn't like even turn to look at him. I'm bleeding.
You're bleeding?
Yeah.
Oh man. Now you know what
I
a
feel like I
fish
should-
feels like.
Clean that with like alcohol, I feel like. Here, you want to eat the rest of that?
What? Look at this Mexican ice cream. That is vanilla. Whatever color that is. It looks green. Is that green? All right, ladies.
Tastes like eggnog.
Get that gear in the truck. Come on. So we were going after broomtail grouper the next day, and I was telling Bobby about a little technique we use in South Florida called sandballing. This is where you mix sand and chum, oats, whatever you can get your hands on, make nice little balls out of it, drop the balls down and get the grouper all fired up. It's like mixing concrete. Only problem is you can't buy chum in Mexico. Bringing some South Florida strategy to Mexico. You can't even buy chum here. This is perfect. So we went down to the local store, we bought a blender. We got our hands on whatever bait we could, squid, pilchards, you name it. Blended it up, mixed it in with some sand and oats, and I thought it'd be worth a shot.
Yeah, you were there when I had my 5mm suit, right?
We acquired the only female 5mm wetsuit in all of Mexico, and it was a medium. She was swimming in that thing. How do you like your new medium suit?
This thing is like digging into my face.
You look pretty. You should warm up a little bit once the water inside the suit gets accustomed to your temperature.
Yeah, just you're gonna wait 10 minutes. You'll be warm. The water will be warm, but this wetsuit was a medium, and I'm like an extra small, and like the water just kept flushing in, and I was freezing the whole entire time, and they lied to me.
Were you any bit warmer?
My bottom half of me was warm, but the top half of me was not warm at all.
All right.
Like the bottoms were kind of tight on me, but the top was like super loose. There was a bunch of folds, and then Bobby like looked at me and he was like, "I understand that you're cold."
We were not prepared for Cabo. We will be prepared next time. Actually, we're diving in 5mm suits now. The winter kind of just caught up on us. We were like diving in bikinis and just trunks, and then all of a sudden 5mm weather.
But you have to have bad days to have good days.
Sweet's not sweet without the sour.
Not only did I have a wetsuit that was too big for me, I had an allergic reaction to my wetsuit, so I had hives all over my body and I was itchy, and yeah, so I didn't dive for a couple of days because of that. And that's why she shot her first Wahoo before me.
No?
You had a wetsuit that was falling apart, the glue like ruined a $200 bikini I bought you. And then Christine got a major rash from the wetsuit.
I know I have black sticky all over my body and it took me like forever to get it off.
The wetsuit ruined the freaking bikini.
Wasn't it 200?
It was expensive. So yeah, remember that one time I was out there and we were in this blue water right next to this cliff and I started smacking my fin on the surface. Just making noise, trying to make a Wahoo come in. And I see this thing coming up and getting larger and larger and larger. I'm like, is that a Wahoo? What is that? And it turns out to be this sea lion. And he's like swimming around. And then you were in the water with me, right?
No.
You were in the water with me.
Yeah.
So I called for you to get in with the camera.
I remember I was waiting. I didn't know you called me to get in with me.
Just had a sea lion come in on me.
That was the day that I stayed on the boat and I wasn't gonna go in the water unless there was Wahoo because of my rash.
Oh
and then
yeah.
I saw the sea lion. I was like, oh, I'm going in the water. But then by the time I suited up and got in there, he was already gone.
Oh.
Yeah, I had my gear on, but I was waiting for you to be like, oh, like it's good, get in, like, because it was freezing. And I was like, oh, a sea lion, so I jumped in.
That was cool. We got some cool footage of him on the new camera. He came right up to the lens. That was pretty cool. So there we are, all three of us. Christine and I both have our spear guns, and Victoria has my underwater housing. I was trying to tell you not to kick so hard. You're powering down there, just kicking. Like, that's just gonna make you want to have to breathe. Just kick. Slow kicks, relax. I look past Victoria and there's a whale with a baby calf. First time I've ever seen a whale in my entire life. Victoria is looking at the camera and totally misses it. Did you see the whale? You missed the whale? The whale with a little calf swam right past you and you were looking at the camera.
Ugh. I'm mad I missed that.
I swam towards the whale to try and get more footage on my GoPro, but it was too late. The whale was gone. I'm gonna catch a big fish with this one right here. Ladies, what? We need to catch dinner. You're slacking.
Oh, there's nothing but tiny fish over here.
I know.
That's not true. There's bigger fish here. You're just not catching them. You gotta try a different kind of bait. If you're putting on the same bait and catching the same fish, you gotta put on a bigger piece of bait. I just put on a squid. Oh, whoa. Oh, I got a big one. I got a big one. Okay, he's not that big, but I got one. Oh man, felt so much bigger. So the water was pretty crappy in the area that we're at. So, oh, you got one? You got a big one?
It keeps ripping off every time.
So we decided to go to a place called Todos Santos. It's time to get up. Today's the day you're gonna shoot a big old grouper. I miss you.
See ya.
Safe travels, Aaron. Why? Oh, come on, group. Oh, I'm glad I brushed my teeth just now.
Shit, I forgot.
Oh, y'all, it's been fun. Congratulations on your first Wahoo. We're gonna go get Christina grouper today.
And a Wahoo.
And a Wahoo.
Yep. Double day.
Woo! This is what we take out on the panga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 GoPros, Canon XF 400, and R6 with the Nautic cam. That's the RC.
Starting route to Todos Santos. In 3.4 miles, keep left onto Carretera San Jose del Cabo, Aeropuerto Los Cabos towards Cabo San Lucas.
Water was supposed to be super clear. It was a beautiful spot. Got to fly the drone there and get some really epic footage. And then we're talking with one of the captains out there. And he's like, "What are you guys doing? You doing some photography?" And I'm like, "No, we're doing spearfishing." He goes, "Spearfishing? You're not gonna do any spearfishing. This water's all messed out." And we're like, "Well, we got reports that it was clear." And he's like, "I don't know who told you that." Well, his boss, the people, you know, that run the place, they were like, "Yeah, the water's clear, come on down." Basically, wasn't good intel. They got our money. And we went out there and the water was so murky. I mean, like you'd get down 40 feet down and it was black. You couldn't see a thing.
Those boats on the beach, that was cool. Like,
Pangas, yeah, the pangas had to pull us out.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild. So babe, we gotta get one of those boats over those waves.
How are we gonna do that?
I don't know.
God, look at that.
I don't know. But it's gonna be interesting. And they obviously do it all the time, because look, there's boats everywhere. They basically have all these boats lined up, and one by one, they have to wait for the right pattern of waves, and there's a lull, and they shoot out. And they have a rope. And the one guy with the rope pulls the next panga out at the right time. And so like in the morning, the whole morning is spent getting every boat out. And none of them flipped or anything.
like it's gonna be a warm day.
Yeah,
Yeah, feels like it.
it's good. I brought a pair of shorts.
You're just swimming now.
And I could tell the guy that was driving the boat with us, he was like, "Ugh," like they've had those ropes pop and smack him in the back. He was scared that thing was gonna. And he was wearing that Wu-Tang shirt. That was fun.
It's all about hand signals.
Yeah, he says with these swells down there,
Okay.
it's gonna be steer out the bottom.
Okay.
You know, and here's a little deeper,
Best
but
chance.
it's almost 90% for sure there's grouper on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Just wanted to ask you.
We're gonna go a little bit by the outside, so I might find some blue water.
Okay.
Okay.
Blue water structure? Maybe? Okay. Yeah, we'll go up towards the far spots and work our way back then.
Okay.
We saw a lot of whales jump out of the water. And there were a lot of sea lions.
Get a jab.
And then we saw this big school of dolphins. Remember the dolphins?
There were dolphins everywhere. The most dolphins I've ever seen in my life. Thousands of dolphins just flying by. That is so cool, huh?
We should jump in and swim with that.
And then we tried to get in the water, but it wasn't
It
clear
was just
enough.
too murky.
Yeah.
But it was still an amazing sight to see above the water. When you dove down, you could hear thousands and thousands of dolphins singing. It was a pretty amazing thing to hear. It's not even clear water.
As soon as they got to me, they like swam underneath me.
Yeah, even when you can't see them, you can barely see them. The water was dark, cold, and eerie. Black.
How deep did you go?
50 feet.
Oh,
It was like black. Pretty dark. You're freezing. I know it takes a minute to warm up a little bit. It is cold. Isn't this a fun vacation? This trip was nothing like we thought it was going to be. But we got some cool shots above water. All I had was my underwater housing. It would have been nice to have my camera out of the underwater housing, but I should have took my camera out because it was so murky that whole trip. It was like useless to even have it.
The whales weren't close enough to us though, like not super close, they were kind of far away.
Ooh, it's a big boy. Nice. That was our first time seeing whales, I think. Well, no, maybe not. Once I remember it was close, and we were like, oh, that was close. But not as close as what was to come on that trip. The most magnificent thing that I've ever experienced on the water.
Of course it happens 2 days after I leave.
Wish you were here.
Yeah.
that was a good one.
Yep.
No wonder good they don't have any barnacles on the bottom of those boats. Well, y'all want to keep fishing into the dark?
We gotta catch something to eat. Should we go somewhere else or?
Got a nice chum slick here. No, I don't know.
Or we could just go to Dixie and get some wings.
Whoa, whoa! It's got a big one.
Oh my God!
Nice.
All right, never mind. We don't need those chicken wings after all.
Okay, well, okay.
Wait, hold on. I'll get it.
Aren't you a nurse? This
What does
fish
that
is
have
gonna
to do?
die.
Stay with us.
Okay, good job, good job. Whatever, you know, that's fishing. Sometimes you don't catch it. We caught fish though, right?
We literally fished for like
I caught the
30
biggest
minutes
fish.
though.
I caught
We
the
went-
biggest fish.
We went out last minute, so.
Well, no success. Once again, no success, but that's okay. It's sensing a theme to my show. Getting skunked, hunting, and finally succeeding. But today was not that day. Alright, well, we tried. But, guess we're gonna go down to the local Winn-Dixie and get some chicken wings. It's just crazy that the first day we got here, all the water was absolutely perfect, and the very next day, cold front hits, changes, everything gets murked out. The cold water made all the plankton bloom, and got all murked out. Murky, cold water, high winds, big waves, but despite all of our challenges, we still saw so many beautiful things, had so many epic adventures. I wouldn't change it for the world. No regrets. And the best was yet to come. I don't know, what was the coolest thing? You shooting your first Wahoo was pretty cool, especially
Well, that's the coolest thing to me, obviously.
because Victoria
Shot it first.
had shot hers like so many days ago, and you were going through some tough times with the rash and the cold and everything, and we didn't see any, like, you know, we saw them the first day, but then we're like, where are the Wahoo? They just disappeared. If we could just hang in there one more day, a little bit longer, surely things would change. Everyone was exhausted, especially Christine, bless her heart, with that oversized wetsuit. It's freezing cold water. I was quite surprised that she hung in there. And there was no signs of her giving up. You want to dive tomorrow?
It'll be in the blue in the south on my boat. Maybe you can get one more day.
She's down.
And I got a captain for tomorrow and there's some spots. So I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure tomorrow's gonna be blue and calm, man.
I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good. We were going to get her first Wahoo, no matter what it took, no matter how long we had to stay here. It was gonna happen. And finally we had our redemption day. And you got your Wahoo, and that was pretty cool. We got like, what, 5, 6 in the boat?
In the boat, it's not noon yet.